Fieldhouse for CTN live coverage of boys high school basketball. Tonight, a non-conference matchup as the Coon Rapids Cardinals host the St. Francis Saints. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro sideline for tonight's action, and Howie, Cardinals come in desperately needing to stop a 3-game skid.
Yeah, defense will be the key for the Cardinals because that 3-game skid, they've given up a lot of points. But this is a team very similar to Forest Lake, where they've returned a lot of starters and they've got some big players. So the Cardinals know the game plan for this game.
Well, you mentioned big players. The Saints have 2 big guns, and one is both big, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, Matthew Bothan, he's 6'9", and he averages almost 20 points a game. A little off his average of 27. He is a player that the Cardinals are going to have to be very concerned about because he's very active, long wingspan, does a great job on the boards, but can shoot from outside. So Cardinals will have that handful with that young man.
And we'll talk much more about he and Pavlitsky as the game unfolds. For the Coon Rapids Cardinals, they knew coming in Kyjon Cummings-Coleman was going to be their number 1 guy. Not quite sure who would be number 2, but it's been fit, the number 2 position taken in almost every offensive category by the youngest starter on the team.
And Jackson Young, just a sophomore, and I certainly had been impressed with what he's done this season, averaging 11 points a game, but they're relying on a youngster who's playing in that starting 5 who's really showing up this year, and I think that as the season continues, he will continue to score.
And he has brought something new to every single game that we have witnessed, and he's got a lot of help around him. The Cardinals need to get the ball bouncing back the other direction, and this is a great time to get it turned around. They're at home hosting a 3A team from St. Francis. The Cardinals and the Saints tip off next on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Back at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, a good student section on hand. Heading into the holiday break this week, a festive feel in the barn, as it were.
Yeah, it is a festive feel, and it's a festive time of year, getting close to Christmas in a few days. So this definitely is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this one, and I think it'll be interesting because there are 2 different types of teams. St. Francis wants to slow it down, and Rapids wants to speed it up. So whoever can win that battle should win this game.
So Jackson Smith was going to throw his T-shirt up into the crowd,
yeah,
and slipped out of his hand, and he threw it right into Brady Johnson's chest of St. Francis. Jackson Smith in the circle against Matthew Bothan to get this one started.
Matthew Bothan will continue his basketball career at the University of North Dakota. This is, as we talked about, a very senior-dominated squad in St. Francis.
Gets up, gets the tip. Cardinals pressure on the ball, and a very early foul is going to be called against Jackson Young.
Yeah, tough.
4 seconds in.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the Cardinals get into foul trouble this year, so that is the last thing that they want. The youngster picked up a foul here early, but they'll shake it off.
Brady Johnson inbounds to Wes Johnson, no relation. Wes Johnson cross for Bothan into the front court. Kyjon got it with his foot, and you can't do that.
Wes Johnson, another player who will continue their career, his career in UMD, and be a Bulldog. What was that? Oh, he knocked it out.
Kyjon got a piece of the inbound.
I didn't see Z-Squared hit the ball. I thought he came off his hand and threw it into the stands.
Nearly able to pick Bothan's pocket.
He did. Went off. Must have went off. Bothan.
Oh,
yeah.
got it. He got it to go off of Bothan's leg.
He did.
Yeah, You can't take your eyes off of Kaijon Cummings-Coleman. I'm
no.
not sure who that went on, but Cardinals will take it in the corner. Freeman for three, it's good.
Nice way to start the day offensively for the Cardinals. One thing that Coach Waterworth told me, the coach of the Saints, said we cannot turn the ball over, especially to this team. It's just, you know, we're going to have to be careful with the 1-3-1.
Stone back to Bothan in traffic, gets a jump shot off, won't fall. The rebound by Freeman, quickly down court. Young kicks it back out. Tabla goes back, lost the handle, reset back out for Freeman. Gets a pick, working left side, kicks it out. Tabla for three, that one won't go. The rebound for Pavlitsky.
You know, Coach O is fine with that. You know, you get that opportunity outside the three-point line, you get an opportunity to take the shot.
Bothan faked the three from the corner and then waited for traffic to come, eventually knocked away out of bounds. Pavlitsky had it pried free, able to regain control, but then lost off the hands of Derek Stone.
Well, again, pesky defense from the Cardinals. You talked about it in the opening. The defense is certainly what needs to pick it up, and so far early on, they've done a good job forcing a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, they've given up triple digits in 2 of their last 3 games. Flying down the lane, Jackson Smith for 2.
One of the keys for Coach O is, we have to push the ball. We have to get the ball to the rim quickly, and they designed it well there, and they were able to do so.
Bothan's pass disrupted by Cummings-Coleman.
You know, in that opener against Forest Lake, the Cardinals defensively, similar to what they're doing here early on, is just, they don't have the size, but they've got the opportunity with the athleticism to really pressure St. Francis.
And tipped away, and it did bounce on the line, so it'll stay with the Saints. But yeah, if the Cardinals can stay out of foul trouble,
that's the key.
Last game we attended against Armstrong, we got a lot of those calls because they're aggressive on defense. But if you can be pesky, as you called it, and there's Freeman getting a hand in the passing lane, forcing the turnover on the run, and that's going to be a travel. Jackson Young shuffled a bit as he set for the shot. Wes Johnson in the backcourt, watched by Jackson Young. Tipped away by Young, and then that's going to lead to Johnson fouling Elijah Tabla, who had good position.
Yeah, Wes Johnson, he distributes the ball. He leads this offense for St. Francis. He defends well, and
just a good move by Jackson Young to slip around behind him and tip the ball away. Cummings-Coleman for 3. That one won't go. And a foul away from the ball. Clapping is Wes Johnson, and running the other way are the Cardinals. So it's going to go against Jackson Smith.
So that'll be his second team foul on the Cardinals. We saw him in the last game that we did against Armstrong get in, as you mentioned, early foul trouble. And there's
Stone
another one.
draws contact, and Freeman going to be called for his first.
Number 5 of the Cardinals, Jerry Freeman.
Maybe we should just stop talking about fouls.
3 of the cards.
Pretty nice crowd here tonight. Anytime Joe Young's in the house is packed.
Stone back to Johnson up top. Stone, and that one kicked by Freeman. Backcourt for Derek Stone. Wes Johnson now puts it on the floor. Double team coming, gets it to Pavlitsky. Up top, Bothan fakes a little pass, puts it on the floor, cross court. Pavlitsky for 3, that's well off the mark. Saved by Bothan, but Nothing but Cardinals there, and then they turn it over on the run. Bothan at the other end gets St. Francis on the board.
As you get that turnover and that big man underneath, not much you're going to do to get the pass to him, and it's an easy bucket.
Freeman backs out, goes back in, kicks it out. Cummings-Coleman driving baseline and scores.
Kaijan with a really nice athletic move to the hoop. 7-2 lead for the Cardinals, and that's going to be a turnover.
And that's just the pressure of that top piece on the 1-3-1. Jackson Smith taking away the eyes, putting some pressure on him. Raymond Bennett into the game for Coon Rapids.
The students across the way, they're enforced tonight.
Cummings-Coleman from the corner won't go. Pavlitsky gets it to Stone on the run. And that is going to be an offensive foul. Jerry Freeman in good position.
Called on number 1, Jerry Stone. His first personal, second team foul.
Yeah, just a nice move by Freeman, just to step up, take one for the team.
Cummings-Coleman gets him to move on the fake, throws it to Young into the paint. Outside Freeman for three, it's good.
Yeah, again, you can't leave that player alone on the perimeter like that, and that way the lax defense allowed Freeman to hit the three.
And then a backcourt violation. Again, it's that top part of the 1-3-1 that's throwing off the Saints, having trouble getting it across the timeline. And
Red's in the house.
And they haven't allowed the Saints to get any rhythm in the offensive end.
Now, Coach Warworth told me, he said, yeah, that 1-3-1 will give them a little bit of a trouble, and that's going to be our biggest key tonight. How do we figure that out? And as you see, they weren't able to do that time, but a nice ball rotation to Freeman, and Freeman hits it from the corner.
His second three-pointer. Leads all scorers with 6. Kenny Freeman currently third on the team in scoring with 8.8 points a game. Leads the team in assists with just over 4 a game. I do enjoy the statistics as provided by Coach Ogoric and his staff to the hub. Very full and robust.
Absolutely.
Not seeing the numbers in the blocks per game that we saw from the Cardinals last year.
Well, they don't have that kind of height.
They had a couple of guys that were averaging better than 2 blocks a game.
Well, you look at that roster last year, they just had a lot of size. The 19-win team last year.
But C-squared leading in most offensive categories, including 6 rebounds and 4.4 steals per game. That's to go with his 24.5 points per game. Bennett in the corner. That three is good as well.
And again, a ball rotation, working that ball around the perimeter allows you to find that open player, and Bennett drained it.
Cummings-Coleman able to tie it up with Derek Stone, and possession arrow will give it to Coon Rapids. Jackson Skokquist going to check in for St. Francis. Amin Adumakin on the floor as well. Pavlitsky jumps the passing lane. That shot is off the mark. Freeman has the rebound, pushes it up court. Young cuts across. And now the Cardinals, Bennett down low to Cummings-Coleman in the middle. He scores.
What a nice find from Bennett. Just realized he had a couple of defenders on him and just realized he saw C-squared out of the corner of his eye, just going to the hoop, and a nice feed.
Wes Johnson gets it up to Bothan, and that's Pavlitsky open for 3. That one's short. Adamakin had the rebound, then gave it up to Jackson Smith. He's fouled by Wes Johnson before the shot.
Before the shot. Foul's called on number 11, Wes Johnson.
That's his second, team
His second
fourth.
personal, third team
Oh, I'm sorry, team third team foul.
foul for St. Francis.
Stone right back into the ball game for St. Francis. Nate Kuznia gets his first minutes of the night. Jackson Young will inbound from underneath the Saints basket. That pass taken away by Stone. On the run into the front court. Underneath to Adamakin, tied up by Bennett. This time it will stay St. Francis basketball.
To St. Francis. St. Francis.
Yeah, just again, quick hands, good defense by Coon Rapids, allowing them to get that tie up. You know, we've seen that all night. They're just really troubling what St. Francis wants to do offensively.
Stone into Bothan and dropping the basket.
Of course, not much you can do about that.
Bennett for three again. He's got a pair. And again, the pressure forces a turnover.
18-4, Coon Rapids lead. They've been dominating here so far in this first half.
Well, and 4 3-pointers already.
Yeah.
Game just over 6 minutes old. Freeman thought about another. Instead goes to the lane, draws some contact. This one's going to go against Kuznia. No, it will go against Jackson Skogquist.
Team foul number 4.
I think it actually was Kuznia.
That's the fourth, his first but fourth team.
Inbound up top. Jackson Hetwer back on the left side. Snuck into the ball game. Jackson's number 3 on the team in scoring.
Yep.
Or 4 on the team in scoring, excuse me. But still, just 0.2 of a point behind Freeman. 8.6 points per game. Good pick and roll. Smith to the lane. Can't get it to fall. Stone has the rebound.
Yeah, good. I like that, the fact that they're being aggressive and drive to the hoop.
And that passing lane defended by an offensive player.
Yeah, just too many turnovers so far early on for St. Francis.
Adamakin thought the pass was to him, and at the last second realized it wasn't. Deflected it out of bounds, gives it right back to the Cardinals. Bennett can't find room in the paint, hands it off for Freeman up top. Cummings Coleman just lost the handle. Skogquist into the front court. Bothan on the left side. Steps up, jump shot won't go. The rebound by Cummings Coleman. Pushes it up court to Freeman. Bennett, another open look, but he shuffled his feet. Shot didn't go anyhow. It was a good look from Hetler into Smith. And he would have been contested, but I think he probably had position to make the bucket. But unselfishly kicked it out to the hot hand and Raymond Bennett. And he did have another open look from that left corner. Pavlitsky underneath, all alone. Kuznia put a little too much on it, able to back check though and nearly get a steal right back. This one too high for Bennett. And Coon Rapids turns it over anyhow.
A sloppy possession for the Cardinals there, but an 18-4 lead. They've got a nice little cushion here of 10:24 remaining in the opening half.
Stone into the front court, right side. Pavlitsky has room. Three-pointer is off the mark. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by the team in black. Kenny Jones checking in for the Cardinals.
Kuzia out for Pavlitsky, and he is able to hit it this time.
Well, you know, they had 11 threes against Zimmerman.
That one nearly stolen, instead kicked to Raymond Bennett. He gets it underneath to Jones for the basket. Pavlitsky, another 3 attempt. This one won't go. The rebound taken by Cummings-Coleman. To the other end, his pass deflected away out of bounds by Stone.
Yeah. Kaijan trying to find Freeman back at that spot, that far side.
Wes Johnson back in the game for St. Francis. Inbound, Hetworth, 3-pointer, rolls across the top. Stone has the rebound. Bothan underneath, Stone turns, shot won't go. Hetworth has the rebound. Pushes it ahead, Bennett couldn't handle the pass. Bothan gets it back into the front court. Gets it to Pavlitsky, nice little fake. His pass though taken away by Bennett. Cummings-Coleman spins and walks Wes Johnson right back to the hoop.
Yeah, that was no match for Wes Johnson. It's just a beautiful athletic move for the bucket. Kaijan has 6. And his first personal.
Yeah, he one-on-one.
So dynamic.
Johnson just posted up, hoping to at least just see if he could draw a foul. Instead, some quick footwork and an easy basket. The finish was easy. Getting there, not so much.
Not so much.
Pavlitsky, nice little head fake. Another. Bothan had it batted away out of bounds by Hetworth. Good timing by one of the Jackson 3.
Really, again, nice play by Hetworth. Just good defensive heads up.
Johnson inbound, Stone in the corner. That pass tipped, deflected away by Hetworth, recovered by Jones. Jackson Young on the right side, working his way to the free throw line, back out to Hetworth. Cardinals up 15, just over midway through the first half. Young an open look for 3, it's good.
And Jackson, we've seen Jackson Young hit that shot in the couple of games we've done, and again, just nice range from outside. Gives the Cardinals the 18-point lead.
Johnson drives, gets the foul. It's going to go against Hetworth, and it'll put Wes Johnson at the line to shoot 2.
That's Hetworth's first, team 5th.
Johnson on the line for 2. Following foul on number 23, Jackson Hetworth. His first personal. Team foul, number 5.
Yeah, what a beautiful job. Nice job by Kenny Jones to realize where Young was and just a quick feed to him.
First one's good.
Johnson picking up his first points of the game. Hit them both, but still a substantial hole to try and dig out of. Cummings-Coleman stops up, long 3 from Hetworth. That one won't roll. Kenny Jones got a tip on it. Jackson Young tracks it down. In the corner, Belpedio had it blocked away out of bounds by Bothan.
Yeah, that's good. You got to get a lot of loft on that ball to get it over Bothan.
Jones on the inbound. Pavlitsky may have wrapped the arms around. Got a little bit of a foul there. His first.
Number 3, Landon Pavlitsky. His first, team 5.
Hetworth up top to Cummings-Coleman. Working against Brady Johnson. Passes underneath, a little too far in front of Belpedio.
Ball turns over to the Saints. Needed those wide receiver sticky gloves.
And that's the second time that Cummings Coleman has sent it to the absolute other end of the field house. That's not good. Jackson Young. Who needs
laces?
your shoe to be tied with
Yeah, we
laces?
don't need it.
Johnson into the front court, and Young is going to get called for his second.
Yeah, he needs to have his shoe fixed. He's got the.
Number 10, Jackson Young. His second, team number 6. Returning number 11, Jackson Smith.
Yeah, he's
Jackson
gonna.
Smith will check in, take his place.
He's gonna have to do a little repair to that shoe
Lace.
Well, he's repairing the shoe.
Can be done.
Yeah, absolutely. We've all done it.
Pavlitsky in the corner, that shot won't go. Rebound tipped to Stone. Bothan in the left corner, that one won't go either. The rebound tipped around and out, and it'll be Cardinal ball.
Yeah, outside perimeter shooting for St. Francis is they've been for the most part cold in this first half. So Pavlitsky hit a 3.
Cummings Coleman leaves the 3 short. Bothan the rebound. Stone's pass deflected. Hetwer gets it back to Jones. Tipped. He battled for it, but you know, when you're going that fast, it's possible not to slide, which means a travel.
And he couldn't keep control of it.
This is a pretty well controlled, as well as you can control a slide, I would think. Coon Rapids all over the passing lanes, not going to let soft ones get through. It's maybe a little frustrating for Coach Waterworth. As you had mentioned, they anticipated this type of speedy defense from the Cardinals. Hetwer has the rebound off the Bothan miss. This is tied up by Kuznia.
Should be Cardinal ball, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah. So good tie up by Hetwer.
Hetwer left side for Cummings Coleman. Ran into Belpedio, or Belpedio ran into him. Cummings Coleman gets it to a wide open Hetwer. He knocks down the 3. Bothan blocked by Jones. Cummings Coleman on the run, trying to split defenders. He does. Bucket will count.
Boy, he's so athletic. And Coach O talked all day today when we chatted about we need to get to the rim. We need to get to the rim and really out-hustle them. And they've really done that. I mean, his game plan has been perfect.
That all starts with Jackson Smith getting up and blocking a much taller Matthew Bothan.
I mean, look at it.
Just great.
All ball.
Perfectly timed right to Cummings Coleman. He knew he had those guys running on their heels. He took him right to the basket, and he converts on the 3-point play. He's got 9 in the game. And a 22-point lead for the home team. This one kicked back. Johnson drops it off. And Cummings Coleman takes the offensive. Second offensive taken by the Cardinals, and both on the same situation. I think it was Stone on the first one, but trying to dish the ball in time, but not able to hold up and able to knock the Cardinal player to the ground. Cummings Coleman tried to thread the needle. Bothan got a piece of it. Recovered by Kuznia. Pavlitsky switches back against Tabla. Pass taken away by two-handed jam attempt wouldn't go. Cummings-Coleman spins back. That shot won't fall either. And Kuznia gets the rebound. But yeah, again, it was Jackson Smith that started it with a great defensive play. And unfortunately, they don't finish the breakaway. What a play by Pavlitsky to keep it in. Dunk attempt for Smith won't go either. Pavlitsky back to Bothan as this one is turned into a track meet. Stone for three, that won't fall. Rebound, Pavlitsky tracks it down. Bothan in the corner. Cross court, Stone fakes, shoots, in and out. Hetwer has the rebound.
No, they can't buy a bucket here.
It's as good a look as you ask for. Cummings-Coleman's three-pointer won't go. Bothan the rebound. Pass taken away by Freeman. He drives, gets the foul on Kuznia. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That was almost in. It just bounced off the front part of that rim and out. An opportunity for him to earn points from the stripe.
Foul installed on number 42, Nate Kuznia. And the Saints take a timeout.
Saints trailing 31-9, Joe. They're going to call a timeout with 4:40 remaining in the opening half. And it's been all Coon Rapids.
And it's been pretty much what you expect from Coon Rapids. Defense.
Yep.
Forcing a lot of turnovers. The Saints have not handled the pressure well. The ball carriers coming up out of the backcourt have surrendered it on bad passes numerous times. Cardinals have a handful of steals in there as well. And everybody in black and red doing a great job of getting into passing lanes.
Oh, they are.
Getting hands on balls. And it doesn't hurt that they've got, what, 6 three-pointers in the first half?
Yeah, doesn't hurt. They've been great from the perimeter, and you can't say the same thing for St. Francis, as they've been cold from outside. And we talked about them, 11 threes in that win over Zimmerman. Certainly not feeling it yet here tonight from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Coon Rapids, 6 three-pointers from 4 different guys. Jerry Freeman is one of the guys that has 2 three-pointers. And that was his first point from inside the line. Hits them both. Stone into the front court, right side, Kuznia. Into the post, Bothan spins to the baseline, bucket of the foul.
Yeah, they need some sort of spark, and they're going to get it from that young man if they're going to get back into this game.
Basket counts by Bothan. He'll go to the line to shoot 1.
He has 6.
Foul is called on number 23,
Jackson Hetwer, his second, team 7th.
It rolled around and finally went through for Bothan. Coon Rapids gets past the full court pressure. That pass, though, deflected out of bounds by Stone. Inbound goes to Jerry Freeman.
Called on the Cardinals, number 11, Jackson Smith.
Jackson Smith getting called for the offensive foul away from the ball.
He'll take a seat on the bench. Kenny Jones back in for Coon Rapids.
Given on an offensive foul.
We had to be careful there.
Pavlitsky on the run, over Cummings-Coleman. He sinks it.
Pavlitsky puts it away for 2.
Under 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Freeman wide open, he hit it, but he traveled.
Took a bit of a step up.
Shuffled a bit when he found out
how wide open
he was in the corner. And I'm surprised Coon Rapids, he's hit both of his from there.
I don't know.
For St. Francis, 21, Ale Martin.
Pavlitsky cross court, Bothan for 3. That one's good.
3-point basket by number 5, Matthew Bothan.
And a little run going here for St. Francis. Kenny Jones will get the foul on Bothan. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Just the first on Bothan. 9th on St. Francis Saints.
His first personal team foul, number 9. Line for the Cards.
That's foul number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. Jones hits the first.
Returning to the floor.
That was 8 straight points for St. Francis.
Well, they needed it. They were definitely in a scoring drought.
Jones hits them both.
Free throws always important.
Bothan steps up, little floater is good.
And again, he's going to get his points. He has a dozen.
Coming in, you know, when you got one guy that's 18 and a half, one guy that's 16 and a half, you kind of know if you can limit those two,
you've got a good shot.
You've got a good shot. And to this point, relatively quiet, but you know, he has scored seven of his 12 points in the last minute and a half.
Officials calling himself as my bad and giving the ball to the Cardinals.
Yeah,
it didn't.
I didn't understand how it could have gone off of Freeman. Jones pulls up. Shot won't go. Rebound tipped by Freeman. Saved by Adamakin. On the ground, needs some help. And timeout. Was a timeout called?
I believe that looks like a timeout.
A little confusion as to whether it was a timeout, who called timeout.
Timeout was called by St. Francis. 35-19 in favor of the Cardinals. You see the time remaining, 2:53 in the opening half, and it's been all Coon Rapids.
Well, if they're not careful, though, I mean, you can see where Bothan is a dangerous player.
Absolutely. I mean, he's.
And we talked about it. The Saints have put up a lot of three-pointers that have not fallen.
Yes, and they have.
You know, if they're able to start hitting a few, all of a sudden, you know, this game not quite as comfortable as Coon Rapids might have thought. A lot of full-court pressure. Long for Pavlitsky, underneath, Bothan, bucket and the foul.
Yeah,
and Bennett's just got to let that one go.
Yeah, he's not going to stop that. So now you give him an opportunity for an extra point. And St. Francis is doing a pretty good job of cutting into this lead.
Bothan will go the line for 1.
He has 14.
Saints forced a turnover. Adamakin clears some traffic. Shot won't go. Bothan will follow. And all of a sudden it's just an 11-point lead.
Yeah.
Freeman gets the contact, will go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, he was patient. He waited for that opportunity. He got the defense to go up, but as they were coming down, he went for the shot, and a little contact gives him the opportunity to earn a couple from the stripe.
Cardinals being the double bonus the rest of the half.
So yeah, this is has become a 15-2 run. And Botham has 13 of those 15 points.
Number 10, Jackson Young.
And all the Cardinals' points during that drive, or during that streak, have come from the free throw line. Freeman's second won't fall. Down court, Brady Johnson blocked by Kenny Jones. Tried to argue that Johnson touched it afterward, but Pavlitsky for 3. That one won't go. Rebound tracked down by Botham. Well, that's the other thing about their threes. They've had a lot of wide open looks like that. Pavlitsky knocks it down this time.
Well, they can do that.
So they call backcourt violation.
Yeah, I thought he got some contact before.
Kenny Jones felt that the defender was continued to move up on him and knock him to the ground, but Johnson splits a couple of defenders. Pavlitsky for 3. This one won't go. Bennett the rebound, tipped away by Johnson, nearly taken away. Bennett recovers. Young a 3. That's good.
That's a big 3. They needed that. He has a half a dozen.
Cummings Coleman able to swat it away, but out of bounds off of Young, who was bringing the double team on the backside. That was tipped away from Skogquist, but Pavlitsky took his eye off it as he went to accept it and just lost it out of bounds, so it does turn into a turnover. Freeman up top for Bennett. Freeman now. Cardinals find Jones all alone underneath. Great feed from the Cardinals assist leader, Jerry Freeman. Nearly a turnover, but Cummings Coleman couldn't secure it. Pavlitsky, 3 from the corner, won't go. And Freeman just boxed out Botham, by the way.
That was great.
And done beautifully.
Yeah, just beautiful job. And you got a guy who's 6'9" and you're boxing him out.
Jerry Freeman, 5'10".
Yeah.
Just had perfect position and backed right up, and there was no chance for Botham to do anything but let him have the rebound or foul. Freeman awaiting the free throw, a little extra delay.
They changed the foul to number 3, Brandon Pavlitsky.
2-shot foul for Freeman. 24 seconds remain in this first half. It's been a weird one.
Yes.
First one rims out after hitting the first 3 of his free throw attempts. Or I believe he has missed the last 2. Able to hit that one and get himself into double digits, get the lead back to 15. Pass deflected out of bounds by Freeman, 16 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, I like the way Freeman hustles. You saw him box that play out earlier in that last possession down in the defensive end, and there you see him getting in the passing lane, getting a hand on it.
Well, he was, and the preview for this game considered a catalyst. 3-pointer for Bothan is good. Cummings-Coleman in some trouble. Stolen away by Stone. No foul before the buzzer. But a good run by the Saints in the last half. The last 4.5 minutes. They were able to make this a much more highly contested basketball game. Coon Rapids goes to the locker room up by 12. We'll take a break. Be back with more from the field house after this. You're watching boys high school basketball on CTN.
All right, Joe. In high school football, the snap ends when A, the ball is moved from its place on the ground, B, the ball leaves the snapper's hands, or C, the ball touches the ground or any other player. You don't have to raise your hand, Joe. Yes, Joe?
I love football.
Ah, yikes.
Back in the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, the Cardinals led by as much as 24 about midway through this first half. Last part of the first half belonged to the visiting Saints as they charged back with a good response, cut the lead in half. But it seemed everything, especially the perimeter shooting, working early for the Cardinals. They had 6 3-pointers in the first half. Good distribution, great defense. Cummings-Coleman, a couple of impressive athletic moves. He's got 9 points. Jerry Freeman leads the Cardinals with 10 points, but on the flip side, Bothan had 20 points for St. Francis.
He's right at his average already, and this is just the first half. So, you knew he was going to get his points. As you saw a bucket there finished by Kaijon. And I just think that, as you talked about, 24-point lead now down to 12. Coach O will talk about some things, but he's got to, for the most part, like what he saw in the first half from his squad.
At least in the first 10 minutes of the first half. The last 5 to 8 minutes kind of belonged to the visiting Saints. We'll see how the second half unfolds after this. You're watching boys high school basketball on CTN.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
back at the barn. The Cardinals came flying out of the gates. They were up 33-9. And then St. Francis got hot over the last 5 minutes of the first half. Cut that lead in half. They start with the ball. Bothan turns, shoots. It won't go. Cummings-Coleman has the rebound in traffic. Gets it ahead to Jackson Young. Blocked away by Bothan. Trying to go underneath the big guy.
Yeah, it's that long wingspan. It's difficult for them to do, like, especially what he wanted to do, just a little wraparound.
Inbound to Cummings-Coleman. Not sure how he threw that up, but the shot wouldn't go. Cummings-Coleman wanted a foul, but instead it's a turnover as Stone lost it out of bounds. Bennett into the post for Cummings-Coleman against Pavlitsky, spins and scores off the glass.
Kai John scores the first bucket of the second half.
Bennett nearly had a steal. Digging it free is Cummings-Coleman as Jackson Young with him, fakes and scores.
For number 2.
Two quick baskets is St. Francis going to call timeout, lead up to 16 now for Coon Rapids. Again, that pressure you saw in that first half, a lot of pressure from Coon Rapids. Is they're starting to do that here in the second half early on. Little Elvis in the house. Is again, nice job by Kai John, and then there's the steal, and then watch the fake on the pass and able to extend to the bucket.
Well, no holiday music.
What's that?
And no holiday music.
No.
A very merry holidays to everyone.
Absolutely, a merry holiday to everybody.
A happy Hanukkah to you,
Thank you very much,
my friend.
Thank you so much. I'm spinning the dreidel.
I know there's not a lot of songs, certainly in comparison to Christmas, but
Eight Crazy Nights. That's my favorite.
I did listen to it on over the weekend.
Adam Sandler.
It's a must of the holiday season.
Yes, absolutely.
And certainly a Merry Christmas to all those who celebrate.
Yes. Happy and healthy one.
And as we all storm towards the end of another
crazy
year, we hope the years continue to get better. This world has been through a lot. Cummings-Coleman nearly had the steal along the sidelines, just unable to reel it in. Bothan, quick pass to Pavlitsky, back to Stone, back Pavlitsky in the corner. Double team comes, slips between it, and he walks.
Great defense, great pressure by the Cardinals, forced that turnover. Pavlitsky had nowhere to go.
Freeman trying to dribble around contact and gets a little bit of a push from Kuznia.
That'll be his second team first.
First team foul in the second half.
Inbound goes to Smith, back to Bennett in the corner, trying to get it underneath to Cummings-Coleman.
Oh.
It was tipped, and
really?
They argued that Cummings-Coleman got a piece of it.
I don't think he did.
Well, the official on the other side has overruled.
Yes, and a good call by the official on the other side. I don't think he got a piece of it. Let's take another look. Yeah.
Guyjon gets it into Jackson Young. Tight coverage from Kuznia. Gets around but runs into Stone. Up top for Bennett. Into the corner, Cummings-Coleman for three. That's not going to go. Bothan has the rebound. Waiting for a little traffic to clear, and now Stone heads up court. Wes Johnson into the corner. Brady Johnson for three. That's short. Rebound by Wes Johnson. That won't go. Got a rebound again. Ripped away by Jackson Smith. Cummings Coleman
So athletic.
showing the skills at the other end.
Yeah, and Bothan certainly does not have the foot speed of Kaijon Cummings Coleman. Coleman has 15. An 18-point lead now for the Cardinals. Building that lead back up.
Bennett got a piece of it, but Bothan able to fight through it. He had 20 points in the first half.
Yeah. And again, not much you can do when you're 6'9". You've got that presence around the basket. Not much the Cardinals can do.
Smith will not get the basket as the offensive foul is going to be called against Jackson or Jerry Freeman.
Jerry Freeman, that'll be his second. Team first.
Saints taking a page out of the Cardinals playbook from half number 1. Wes Johnson looking for some room. Stripped by Cummings Coleman. Smith taps it, leaves it for Hetwer. Hetwer behind the back, kicks it out. Cummings Coleman steps back for 3. This time it's good.
Able to drop that one. He's got 18.
9, all 9 of the Cardinals' points in the first 3 minutes of this second half. Brady Johnson, baseline, blocked away by Jackson Smith.
Well, Jackson Smith did a really nice job of just avoiding body contact on that, not to pick up that foul.
Kuznia inbounds to Johnson in the corner. Bothan draws the triple team. That we're nearly at a piece of it. And then it's called for foul. His third.
Yeah, his third. We'll see if how long he stays in here.
Inbound, Bothan turns, shoots, and scores.
Yeah, just a quick inbounds to Bothan. There's a turnover.
Numbers for St. Francis, Brady Johnson with the left hand. Driving is Cummings Coleman, and he scores again.
Yeah, he does a nice job of creating the ball while he's going up, and he has 20.
Well, he doesn't like being outscored on his own floor.
I don't blame him.
Young couldn't get through the double team, and so it's a turnover and then a backcourt violation. Inbound pass taken away by Kuznia, but he stepped on the line.
In for the Saints, number 3, Pawlitsky.
Pawlitsky back in for St. Francis. They've held him down just, I believe, just 8 points. He's averaging 16.
Well, 8 in the first half.
Yeah.
So right on pace.
Right on pace, but you looked at that first half, 30 points.
Hetwer for 3. This one won't go. The rebound tip taken by Cummings Coleman. Kicks it out. Smith wasn't ready for it. Hetwer able to control. Freeman steps in, now pulls up. That shot blocked. Jackson Young there to recover for the Cardinals. He's called for a travel.
Cardinals returning on Watkins for the Saints.
"17-point Coon Rapids lead.
Now still plenty of time, 13:45 remaining in the second half. But the Cardinals would like to see their lead balloon up over 20 like they did earlier in that first half.
Stone into the front court, and Young got a piece of him.
That'll be his third.
Number 10, Jackson Young.
Kenny
Young.
Jones.
Kenny Jones. Kenny Jones is checking in.
Foul number 3, returning number 1, Kenny Jones.
Adamakin gets it back to Wes Johnson, and he is forced across the line, and another backcourt violation. Freeman working against Johnson out of the backcourt. Leaves it off for Cummings Coleman. Underneath, Jones got a piece, but not all of it. Stone back to Wes Johnson. Spins away from the pressure. Adamakin to the baseline. And he stepped on the line.
Oh, he stepped on the line?
Oh, maybe he is calling it.
I thought he called Hetward. Nope.
Nope. Kenny Jackson Smith. His third.
Yeah, a little bit of a foul trouble here.
Well, and we talked about it in the first half, and that's been kind of the Achilles heel when you play a defensive style that is this aggressive.
Yep.
You're bound to take fouls. And if they pile up either on one particular player or against your team, things can get tricky. Stone able to find a lane to the baseline. Cummings Coleman in the front court. That one turned over. And that's going to be an offensive foul.
He extended the elbow.
There, that was an easy call as Derek Stone gave him a little forearm shiver to clear himself some room. Chicken wing.
Chicken wing, I was just going to say that. A little chicken wing.
A steal on the inbound by Pavlitsky. Smartly plays it out off of Elijah Tabla.
Now in for St. Francis, number 15, Jackson Stokewith.
So Skogquist goes up top. Pavlitsky for three. That one won't go. And Jerry Freeman again boxing out Bothan, but it was high enough it got to him anyway. Bothan in the middle, can't get it to go. Second chance will.
Yeah, you give him a couple of opportunities, he's going to connect.
Freeman will get the foul. It won't fall. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Amin Adamakin there a little bit late.
Yeah, Jerry would have loved to have that drop. 13-point lead for the Cardinals.
Freeman hits it clean.
Returning for the Saints, number 42, Nate Kusia. Taken by the Cardinals.
Cardinals, actually, their first time out of this contest.
And I think a pretty good one at this point. He stopped the little bit of a run. You know, 15 points is a lead where you don't need to get nervous. But they definitely want to get back to, again, what they were doing in the first part of that first half. And through spurts here in the second, especially early on, they, again, were creating that pressure without fouls.
Right.
And, of course, now you're going to be a little more cautious because you do have those fouls.
Well,
and a number of guys starting to be saddled in foul trouble. Cummings Coleman having a night.
Yeah, he's got 20. Red's in the house, as always. Another bucket by Kaijon. And again, he's just so dynamic, and he's able to do what he wants for the most part around the rim. And then just for good measure, it steps back and hits the three.
Move up one row, they say. The bench is warning you.
I've really been impressed again with Jerry Freeman tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Just, you know,
Just the hustle.
he's got a dozen points, a couple of three-pointers. The things he's done away from scoring has been even more impressive. I'm telling you, on that last one that Botha got, he was boxing him out 10, 12 feet from the rim and actually moving him backwards. Jones is fouled at the rim. He'll get a couple of tries from the charity stripe.
Yeah, it's just about being aggressive without committing a foul.
This one's going to go against Bothan, and just his second. Stone, the only one with 3 fouls for St. Francis. Jones with 6 points off the bench tonight for Coon Rapids. Wes Johnson checks in for Pavlitsky. I take that back. Wes Johnson has 3 as well. Jones able to roll the second one home.
And then a turnover.
Elijah Tabla from in front of the student section gets it to Jones over the top. Cummings Coleman comes back to get it. Too many white jerseys there. Bothan ends up with it. Wes Johnson to Kuznia. He drives, gets the contact, will go to the line and shoot 2.
Oh, that's a Tabla, I believe.
Going to the line for the Saints, number 42, Kuznia.
You are correct, sir. That will be his first.
His first. Team 5th.
His first person. Team foul, number 5.
Kuznia able to hit them both. Freeman against Stone, runs into Johnson, gets it across the line to Cummings Coleman. Oh, he stepped on the line. Oh no, they
called a foul.
No, there was no contact there.
Well, I don't understand
From behind, because he was behind Cummings Coleman. He thought because of the way that the defender, I believe it was Kuznia, moved, he had actually shoved it, but there was no, his arm did not come out. He just got Kuznia that concerned to backpedal like that. Wes Johnson's going to be called for his 4th for being a little too aggressive, running Freeman off, trying to get to it, and that's going to be number 7 on the. There's another look at it. Oh, he might have wrapped it around a little bit on the back, and he was in great position to see that. So you can't use the swim move in basketball. Just the second on him though, but that's number 4 on Wes Johnson early in this second half. Freeman drives, shot won't go. Kuznia pushes it up court to Stone. Came up short on the layup. Tabla gets it to Cummings Coleman. Stutter step, the drive, and the bucket.
Yeah, not much Botha can do about that without committing a foul. Cummings Coleman's just so much more quick, and he's just able to get around the big man.
Pass off of C² out of bounds.
Checking in for the Cards, Jackson Smith.
Stone inbounds to Kuzny at the top of the key. High point slot for Bothman, and he just shoots it over everyone.
Well, yeah, again, with that kind of height, the Cardinals don't have a guy that tall to combat with that.
Freeman for Smith down low. He was behind the backboard, but still able to get that shot to fall. Bothan for three, won't go. Smith, the rebound, behind his back off of Bothan and out of bounds.
Wow. That is a great play.
I don't know that this is what he's hoping. He's hoping to get it to a teammate. That's,
he saw him.
Oh, I think he was trying to get it to Freeman, though.
Yeah.
But definitely take that.
Yeah, definitely, he will take that. Now a little pressure by the Saints.
Jones back for Cummings Coleman. Into the front court. Dishes to Smith. That one batted it out of his hands, but it does fall through. It's a good
great assist.
Pressure coming back from Stone. Stone for three, it's good.
3-point field goal, Derek Stone.
Pavlitsky's going to be called for the foul
Number 3,
on the way down the court, and it's going to be a 1-and-1 for.
And that's his third.
I thought that was number 7 on them.
No, now
that was only 6.
Yeah.
There's a look at the no-look pass. Bennett drives, offensive foul drawn by Stone. So a couple of offensive fouls on either side. Johnson fouled by Cummings Coleman. That'll be his third.
Yeah, call for the reach in.
Number 2, Cummings Coleman, his third personal, team foul number 8. At the line should the 1-and-1, number 33, Brady Johnson.
So Brady Johnson will get a 1-and-1 opportunity. It's the first, turns the second. Rebound tipped around. Cardinals end up with it. Pavlitsky got a hand in. Freeman tries to save, crashes into the basketball cart, and unfortunately stepped out of bounds. But A for effort.
Yes. Interesting. It doesn't start A for effort. It doesn't start with an A. Did you do H for hustle?
Sure. Johnson fought through some traffic and high off the glass and home.
We call that on Stone. That'll be his fourth.
Number 33.
Oh, no.
Brady Johnson.
Brady Johnson. Sorry, my bad. That's his first. Team 7.
At the line for the 1-and-1, number 2, Kaichon Cummings Coleman.
Kaijan able to hit the first. Hit them both. He's at 24. Bothan had his pocket picked by Young. Nearly had the favor returned by Pavlitsky. Freeman had to battle for it. That one to the paint, and all alone was Jackson Smith.
Hey, so it doesn't matter what happens. That was a good percentage move there.
Another turnover. Cardinals with numbers. Jackson Young waits for help. Freeman, a little pump fake, finds some room. Blocked by Pavlitsky. Inside to Smith. He's fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's his 4th.
Jackson Smith will go to the line.
Pavlitsky's.
Fouls called on number 3, Landon Pavlitsky.
There it was, the sweet little behind the back dish by Bennett.
In for the Saints, Coon, Johnson, and Odemakin.
Odemakin back in along with Wes Johnson and Kuznia. Second one won't go for Jackson Smith. Odemakin in the post, back out. Stone from the corner, tried to get it back to Odemakin and does. Wes Johnson steps in, outside, Stone for 3. That won't go. Rebound controlled by Bennett. Pass too far for Freeman, and they turn it right back over.
Yeah, I mean, good job by Bennett underneath to get that basketball, but just too much on that pass for Freeman. Not able to get to it, to control it and keep it in bounds.
Wes Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Waterworth not happy.
That was pretty clear. I mean, Johnson can hold his palms up all he wants. Clearly, the back foot slid. It happens. Cummings Coleman spins and delivers.
He's got such great body control in the air.
For 2.
He has 26. Did you say that?
I did not.
Okay.
He's also got 4 fouls.
Yeah. Oh, he's got 3. Oh, now he's got 4.
Fouls called on Cummings Coleman, his 4th. Guy Johnson will take a little break.
He will come out with the 4 fouls, 26 points. Still not the leading scorer in the game.
No, but not far behind.
It's almost a double lane violation. Jackson Smith and Matthew Bothan were both leaning, and they're tall, so way out. Young's 3-pointer won't go, out of bounds off Kuznia. Cardinal ball.
The St. Francis students are calling air ball.
Bennett throws up kind of an off-balance shot. Rebound tipped to Smith. Young for 3. That one won't go. Bennett the rebound. That shot wouldn't go either. Kuznia able to control, get it to Stone. Stone steps to the top of the key, gives it up to Wes Johnson. Back to Stone. He'll take the 3. This one won't go. Smith tipped it. Bothan had a piece. Tracks it down in the corner. Bothan steps into a jump shot. That won't go. Out of pocket, the rebound for St. Francis. He is fouled. It's going to go against Jerry Freeman. That'll be his 3rd.
So it'll be the 10th team foul now on Coon Rapids. So double bonus the rest of the way for the Saints. But they're trailing by 19 with 6:40 remaining.
Amin Adamakin hits the first one easily.
In for the Cardinals, number 22, Anthony Belpedio.
Belpedio in for Coon Rapids.
Bennett will take a seat on the bench. He's played well.
Second one won't go for Adamakin. Young battling for the rebound on the bottom. Tied up, it'll be Coon Rapids ball.
Good hustle on the floor to get that tie up.
Up court, Young couldn't secure it. Freeman couldn't either. Adamakin to the corner. Three-pointer for Skogquist, in and out. Bothan is fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Call that one on Jackson Smith, I believe, which will be his 4th. No, Malpedio will be his first.
At the line, shoot 2, number 5, Matthew Bothan.
Bothan hasn't scored in a while. And now he has. Bothan hits them both.
Got 30.
Young to the corner. Belpedio for 3. It's good.
Leave him alone on the wing, and he buried it.
Adamakin in the corner, tipped away by Freeman, right to Wes Johnson. Bothan for 3 from the corner, that won't go. Rebound peeled away, it'll be Cardinal ball off of Young. Adamakin to Skogquist. Cross court, Johnson couldn't control, and turnover back to Coon Rapids.
Returning from the Cardinals, number 1, Kenny Jones.
Kenny Jones back in for Coon Rapids.
So it's a 19-point lead for Coon Rapids. Freeman runs the floor and drops it in.
Number 5, Jerry Freeman.
Freeman has 14.
Skogquist's three-pointer is off the mark. Hetwer has the rebound. Plays it through the defense to Freeman. That pass deflected out of bounds. Be Cardinal ball.
Back in for St. Francis, number 3, Landon Pavlinsky, and number 1, Derek Stone.
Stone and Pavlinsky back in for St. Francis. Pavlinsky with his 4 personals.
Wes Johnson playing with his 4 personals as well. Freeman takes up residence in the corner. Kuzia bringing the defense, got it to Hetwer. Hard play by Stone, forces the turnover. Getting a hand on the pass. Stone for 3. Missed short, and don't expect the Cardinal fans to miss the opportunity to return the chance.
Absolutely. Well, when the St. Francis crowd yelled air ball, Coon Rapids fans, student section said scoreboard.
Three-pointer for Jones. That won't go. Bothan the rebound. Yeah, St. Francis can't really use that one.
No.
Pavlinsky, a little head fake. Bothan on the right side, steps up. Jumper had too much on it. Hetwer up court. Bounce pass to Jones. Smith is fouled underneath and will go to the line and shoot 2. That's going to be number 4 against Stone.
Yep.
4:21 to go in the second half. Coon Rapids looking to right their ship, get back to 500 with a win. Start of a long homestand for Coon Rapids, and they've got Cambridge Isani, or they've got Chisago Lakes on Friday, and then Cambridge Isani next Tuesday. And that's 2 more opponents. Again, looking at the schedule you have, this conference is so tough. Another miss, but Smith tracks down his own rebound and flushes it home.
Gets the rebound and the bucket.
Beautiful play, just hustle. He's got 9.
Johnson, little floater won't go. The rebound by Belpedio. May have been deflected, but got through to Hetwer. Jones delivers with the left hand.
Cardinal assaulting this away now, 25-point lead.
9.
There's over and back. Yep.
9 unanswered points. They've outscored them 18-3 in the last 5 minutes or so. Another look. That's how you take out your frustrations after missing a pair of free throws. You track down the long rebound and go up for the two-handed jam.
The flush.
Belpedio from the corner, it's good.
Anthony Belpedio.
Stripped by Freeman, Jones on the break, he'll throw it down, and the lead is 30.
Over and back.
No,
they call
carry.
it. Oh, did you call it carry? Yeah, the wheels have come off the bus for the St. Francis Saints.
And that's what the Cardinals needed.
Yep.
It looked early on like it was going to be an easy win. Jones, the basket at the back door.
Kenny has 15.
He's got 15.
Yeah.
Again, nearly forced the turnover. Instead, Bothan had his pass taken away by Freeman. Hetwer gets it through to Tabla. Hetwer's pass deflected. Jones pulls up, knocks it down. Into the corner for Bothan. He'll take the three-pointer and he'll hit it. And at least stop the bleeding a little bit. Timeout, St. Francis.
Yeah, Bothan with 33 to lead all scorers, but his 33, he scored 33 of the 56 St. Francis points.
Well, and Pavlitsky, I don't know what he... Second half here. Oh, he has not scored in the second half. So Pavlitsky
he's stuck
with
at 8
points.
Yep.
So
we talked about
more contributors.
You're not didn't obviously hold Bothan down, but it's tough to do so. But Pavlitsky came in averaging 16 points a game, and you hold him now to 8 points here. 0, as you mentioned, in the second half. That's a job well done by the Cardinal defense. And granted, he was in foul trouble too, so he had to sit out a little bit.
Cardinals with a 31-point lead and the basketball. Just over 2 minutes remaining. They put a lot of fresh faces on the floor. Three-pointer from the corner for Connor Peterson won't go. Cardinals able to dig out the rebound. It's a whole line change.
Yeah.
Jeremy Otte's out there. Gavin Stevenson. What else do I got out there?
Going to the line, Tajan Plowman-Tate was graded threes.
Tajan Plowman-Tate gets the roll on the free throw.
Brayden Harrison and Adamaka.
Saints emptying their bench a bit as well. Plowman-Tate's second attempt came out. And Brady Johnson could be called for the offensive foul, lowered the shoulder, but he really lowered the head and kind of led with his head and used it to push a defending player off.
David Tupper in for the Saints.
Aloysius Nayapan with the inbound opportunity. He's just Al on the basketball roster, which I think is unfortunate.
Aloysius is great.
Yeah, Japri Palmer out there as well. We were watching some of that JP game. Japri had a really nice, at least the portion that we watched of the second half. And I know that Plowman-Tate hit a couple of three-pointers in that JV game. It was a big block by Palmer, but he's going to be called for the foul. It'll be a two-shot opportunity for Peterson.
Number 44, Gavin Stevenson. Back in for the Saints, number 31, Brady Brun, number 55, Sam Root.
Peterson able to hit them both. But it's all academic now. Palmer's pass off the mark. Peterson tripped up, incidental contact. Stevenson down court. Otte a fake. Out to Plowman-Tate for three. It's good.
He buries it. The Cardinals really have opened up this lead in the second half after letting St. Francis get back into it a little bit in that first half,
and then really hang around through the first half of the second half, but down the stretch they have, as you mentioned, salted it away.
They have.
Number 13, Nayapan.
Nayapan takes the
His first.
foul.
At the line, shooting two, number 31, Brady Brun.
Brady Brun is at the free throw line, and we just do another almost full-scale line change, 4 of 5 this time. This is a test to see if I can keep up with who's on the floor. That shot's off the mark. The rebound by Rude. Kick out, three-pointer is off the mark for Braden Terrace. Pump fake for Peterson. Now backs back out. Saints work it to the near side. Now kick it across. Peterson for three. It's good.
3-point basket. Number 4.
30-point cushion for Coon Rapids with under a minute left.
Ball turned over. I don't have a 31 on either of their rosters. Oh, yeah, I do. Grady Brunt, I knew that. Three-pointer for Tupper won't fall. Rebound for Gavin DeVries. Neapan through traffic, and it's called for the offensive foul. A little too much contact to knock the Saints defender to the floor.
Offensive foul on number 13, Alabama. His second.
Peterson a three from the corner. This time it won't fall. Rebound tipped around, controlled by the Cardinals. Scoring on the run is Daniel Akinola.
That'll do it. A big win for the Cardinals, 93-61, Joe. And after St. Francis had cut it to 12 at the break, the Cardinals just did a really nice job of coming back and controlling this one.
Yeah, and Cummings Coleman, another impressive night. I think he left with 30.
Yeah.
Or somewhere.
26, I think. Yeah.
I knew he was up there close.
Yeah.
But just behind Bothan. Bothan, an impressive athlete, fun to watch.
Well, he really is. I mean, what did he have? 30? Did he have 33? Is that what you said? Yeah, 33 points and above his average. We talked about it, averaged 27 points last year, down a little bit at 18 so far, but just through 4 games. But that 33 points will help increase that average.
Yeah, overall a great effort for the Cardinal basketball team. Only concern if you're Coach Ogorek, I would think, would be 1, consistency.
Yes.
And 2, foul trouble.
Yeah, foul trouble will, depending on who you're playing. Obviously, it didn't come back to hurt him here tonight, but we've seen it before where foul trouble gets them in situations and takes some of their best players out of the game.
Well, they got a big cushion early, and they were able to, like we talked about, St. Francis may have hung around for a while, but able to really put the hammer down at the end and get away with the win. Here's what we have coming up. Boys hockey on Thursday as the Cardinals host the team from Eastridge. Next week, it's the girls hockey team starting their defense of the Kaposia Classic Championship from last year. They start out with the Stars from Holy Angel at 1 o'clock. And we're back here for girls basketball against the Greyhounds from Duluth East on Thursday the 27th. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Coon Rapids 93 and St. Francis 61. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.